In today's class, you'll be learning more problems on how to use trigonometry. So here, use the diagram to find cos x as fraction in simplest form. So first of all, let me highlight the important things or important information in the given question. So I have to find cos x, and that too in simplest form. I'll explain what is simplest form at the end of the question. So cos. So always you think of you think of Sokatova. So it is Sohcatoa. This is Sokatova, right? Therefore, I have to find cos. So I have to take the starting one is C, right? Therefore, it is CAH. Well, so it is cos. Which one I have to find? I have to find x. So cos x equals to A stands for adjacent side to x over H stands for hypotenuse. It is hypotenuse. Now just plug in the values. What is adjacent side to x? Here is x. You can see that. So let me highlight that. I see that x is here. Oh, let me take a little darker. So x is here, and adjacent side means the side next to the given angle. You may get a doubt. How about this one? Can I call this one as adjacent side? Means my answer is no, because the longest side is known as hypotenuse. And so easily you can identify what is the adjacent side now. So the side next to the angle, that is the adjacent side. Therefore, it is 16 over 20. So you are almost done. Now, what is simplest form means, I see that 16 and 20, these two values are divisible by some number. Like, can you divide 16 and 20 by any number? Means obviously yes. I can divide both by 2. I can divide both these values by 2. Then if I divide, what will I get? Means 16 divided by 2, that gives me 8, and 20 divided by 2, that gives me 10. Again, can I divide both these values by any number? Yes, I can divide by 2. So what is that? 8 divided by 2, that gives me 4. 10 divided by 2, that gives me 5. Now can I divide both these values by any number? Means the answer is no. So we call this one as simplest form or the lowest terms. So this is the simplest form, or you can say that this one is in its the fraction is in its lowest terms. Okay. Questions on this. Ooh, let me move this one to the other end. Okay. Well, one more question, which is almost similar to the previous one. Use the diagram to find tan x. So let me identify the important information, tan x as a fraction in simplest form. Once again, the question says that simplest form. You know, whether you are asked or not, you are always expected to express the answer in its simplest form. So, always I prefer to write a Sokatova. That reminds me all these three trigger ratios. My bad, it is Sokatova, TOA. Now this time I have to find tan. I have to find tan. Therefore, tan is the last one, which is T equals to O over A. Okay. Now let's write that tan. Here it is tan x. So tan x equals to O stands for it is opposite side to x over adjacent side to x. So just you have to plug in the values. Here I see that here is x, here is x, and opposite means this is opposite side, and I know that this is hypotenuse. Please remember the side opposite to 90 degrees, that is hypotenuse. So once when I identified what is the opposite side, this is 15. And what is the adjacent side? Adjacent side means obviously the next one, that is 36, is the adjacent side, because I know that this is opposite side and this one is hypotenuse. Then the third side is this is the adjacent side. This is adjacent side to x. You can see that it is next to the angle. It is next to the angle. Therefore, this is the adjacent side. You can see that this is adjacent. Well, now, can you divide 15 and 36 by any number? Always think of taking the large number so that it becomes easy for you. Can you divide both these values by any number? Means I know that I can divide this one by 3 and I can divide this one by 3. So what is 15 divided by 3? 15 divided by 3. So 3 5s 15, 3 12s. Now can you divide this 5 and 12 by any value? Means the answer is no, I cannot divide. Therefore, this is the final answer. One more question. Okay. Another question. Here, in the given figure, oh, find cos L. Find is missing here. Please excuse me. Yeah, cos L equals to question mark. That makes sense. So, let me write once again, like the previous question, Sokatova. So SOH, SOCA, CAH, then TOA, Sokatova. I know that I have to find cos. Therefore, I have to take the second one, which is CAH. Therefore, C equals to A over H. A over H. Now let me elaborate this one. That is cos, and the given letter is L. As in my previous class also I mentioned that this plays a vital role. Okay. So A stands for adjacent side to L. Oops. Otherwise, let me know. Okay. Suppose if you are lazy to write, what happens? I'm going to show. In case if you write that adjacent over hypotenuse, I'm not saying that it's wrong. It is also correct. This is also correct. Just a minute. Where is that? Okay. So let me move to this one. Where is my whiteboard gone? Here it is. Okay. Right. So if you take cos equals to adjacent over hypotenuse, I'm not saying that it is wrong, but there are high chances of making a mistake. Let's see that suppose here is L, here is L, okay, and next adjacent side means next to the angle. Here is the adjacent side, which is 36, which is 36. Let me take 36. And what is the hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is 24, 24 square root 3. Okay, so here can you divide the numerator and denominator? Means yes, 36 and 24 both are divisible. Both are divisible by, you can take 2, you can take 3. Can you divide 36 by 2? Yes. Can I divide 24 by 2? Yes. Can I divide 36 by 3? Yes. Can I divide 24 by 3? Yes. So in such case, what you have to do is you may have to take the product of those values, like 2 times 3, that gives you 6. 2 times 3, that gives you 6, right? Then what is 36 divided by 6? 6 6 are 36 and 24 divided by 6, 6 4s are. Don't forget to keep the square root 3 here. Can you divide 6 and 4 again? Means the answer is yes. I can divide 6 and 4, both the values, by 2. In case if you are comfortable, straight away you can divide in the first step itself. 6 2s are 12. I know that 36 is divisible by 12 and 24 is divisible by 12. That way also you can do it. Or else, if you are not comfortable, you may start working with small numbers, then you can divide that way also. Well, so here 6 divided by 2, that gives me 3, and 4 divided by 2, that gives me 2. And don't forget to include this root 3. But an important thing is you should not leave an answer with a radical sign in the denominator. Radical sign means nothing but the square root number kind of thing. So in such case, what you have to do is whatever the radical sign, whatever the number you are having, with the same value you have to multiply. With the same value, you have to multiply the numerator and denominator. I repeat, I'm not dividing here and I'm multiplying. I'm multiplying. I repeat, there should not be any radical sign in the denominator. If so, what to do means, we have to take the same value and we have to multiply both numerator and denominator. By the same value. In such case, what happens means the numerator is 3 times root 3, 3 times root 3, that gives me 3 root 3, and denominator 2 times. Here root 3 times root 3, root 3 times root 3, that gives me root 9. 3 times 3, 3 times 3, that gives me 9. Therefore, square root of 9. Well, so square root of 3 in the numerator, I don't know what is the value of square root of 3. And denominator 2 times. What is square root of 9? Square root of 9. You know that it is 3 3 is 9. Right? So square root of 9, that gives me 3. That gives me 3. Now, once again, here I see that the numerator and denominator both are having, 3. So it is as simple as 3 divided by 3. 3 ones are 3. Right? So that one gets cancelled. 3 and 3, they gets cancelled. Then you are left with the numerator root 3 and denominator 2. Therefore, this is the final answer. So I know that when you are asked to find what is cos value, means it is easy to think of Sokotova. Then you know how to write the condition or formula to figure out what is cos. Then you can plug in the numbers. This is easy. Then you know with what value you have to divide. You can take small numbers like 2s, 3s, or else in one shot you can take the highest common factor, that is 12. So there is no problem. Up to this step, all of you can get the answer easily. But if you are taking a test with multiple choice questions. There, if you don't find that answer, what to do? I know that this option will not be available, this option will not be available. Then what to do means, you have to rationalize. What is rationalize means, whatever the square root value you have in the denominator, with that value you have to multiply the numerator and the denominator. Then you end up this way. Okay. Now, any of you are having questions? If you have any questions, you can email me. You're welcome. So let me go to the next one. Okay. Here, let me take one of these. Let's say that this seems to be a little harder. Okay, because numbers are a little, well. So this is another model. This is another model. Find sine p. Find sine p. It looks so simple. It looks so simple. Sine p means I see that p is here, p is here, and let me write once again Sohcahtoa. 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 So I have to figure out what is sine. What is sine? Therefore, sine starts with s. Therefore, Sohcahtoa. So sine equals to O over H. Therefore, sine P equals to, it is opposite side to P, opposite side to angle P over hypotenuse. This is hypotenuse. Well, so already I identified where the angle is, and opposite side means, oh my gosh, here there's no value. I don't know what is the opposite side value. What to do? Well, then what you have to do is, in this question, the other two sides are given. If you observe carefully, that the other two sides are given as 24 and 25. Now, I know that this is a right triangle, this is a right angle triangle. Therefore, I can compute the missing side using Pythagoras theorem. So let's do one thing. Let me move my sign a little down here for a while. Okay, let me take to the other part here. Okay, here. Because first of all, I have to figure out what is the missing side. Right? That makes sense. So let me not touch the main question first. I'm taking Pythagoras theorem first. By Pythagoras, theorem, it is side square plus side square equals to hypotenuse square. So what is side square means? I see that one is 24 square plus 25 square. Hold on. Is it the second side or not? This is what you may make a mistake. This is the highly possible. And this is how you may make a mistake. I know that this side is missing, so oops, I'm sorry. Yeah, this side is missing, so this is x. And don't forget, this is hypotenuse. The side opposite to 90 degrees is known as hypotenuse. So hypotenuse is 25, but if I take 25 square here, this is not the hypotenuse. So what you have to do is, this is to be copied under hypotenuse, not under side. Okay. So here the missing side is x square. What is 24 square? What is 24 square? So let me grab my calculator. 24 square equals to 576. So this is giving me 576 plus x square equals to 25 square. I know the answer as 625. Just I did not use my calculator. Right. So here, you know how to isolate the value of x. Therefore, 576 is to be subtracted on both the sides. When you subtract, then you get x square equals to 49. Yes, it is 49. Again, the next step is you have to eliminate the square symbol. So if you are eliminating square symbol, the inverse operation you have to perform. So that is square root. Therefore, again I'm repeating, inverse operation of square, that is square root. Therefore, let me take square root of 49 in order to find the value of x. So square root of 49, 7 times 7, that is 49. Therefore, the value of x is 7. Now, I got the value of x equals to 7. Now, what is opposite side means that this is clear now. You know that this is the opposite side, this is the opposite side. Therefore, 7 units and hypotenuse, you know that this is the hypotenuse. This is the hypotenuse, which is 25. Always check whether can you divide both numerator and denominator by any number or not. In this case, 7 and 25, they are not divisible. Oops, I'm sorry. These two values, these two numbers are not divisible by any number. Therefore, 7 over 25, that is the final answer. That is the value of sine P. Okay. Let me take one more question from my worksheet. Right. Let me take one more question. Here, triangle XYZ is a right triangle with a right angle at Y. Which of the following is true? Cos Z equals to XY over XZ, sin X equals to YZ over XZ, sin X equals to blah blah blah. But here, I don't know which is opposite side, which is adjacent side, which is hypotenuse. I don't know. So in such case, you have to visualize. Therefore, you better draw a diagram. So let me draw a right triangle. So here is 90 degrees. Can I label this one whatever the way I like? The answer is no. Then what to do is, triangle XYZ is a right triangle with a right angle. Here it is clearly specified that right angle at Y. So let me take this as Y. And the other two letters where to take means you can take X here, then Z here. This is how you can write. Or else, if you are taking X at the bottom and Z at the top, still that is also fine. Okay, so what to do means it's up to you. You want to write X at the bottom or at the top, it makes no difference. But you have to make sure that 90 degrees is clearly specified. Then let me take one after the other, which is the correct one, which is the correct answer. So let me write Sokatova once again. SOHCAH, Sokatova. So TOA. Well, so let me start with the first one. So cos Z. So cos means SOHCAHTOA, CAH. I have to take CAH. Therefore, the cos equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent over hypotenuse. Therefore, the cos Z. Please remember the letter is also very much important. Cos Z equals to, it is adjacent side over hypotenuse. In case if you are lazy, what happens is adjacent side means immediately our eyes may go to this particular side, which is not correct, because the question is adjacent side to, when you write the letter, here I see that letter Z, therefore let me use the same letter, here. Therefore, adjacent side to Z means here, observe carefully, I see that here is an Z letter, and this is going to be the adjacent, right? Therefore, if it is adjacent side, then what I have to write? It is YZ over, anyhow, hypotenuse is always the side opposite to 90 degrees. YZ over XZ. Now, is this matching? With this one? No, it is not. It is not matching. Therefore, excuse me. So therefore, I have to take the next one. So this is not the right answer. Next one is sin x. So SOHCAHTOA, SOHCAHTOA, so SOH. Then here O means I know that it is opposite side. Don't forget to write this letter. So opposite side to angle X over hypotenuse. So I see that here is X and opposite side is YZ, that is YZ over, then hypotenuse. Hypotenuse always it stays the same, which is XZ. YZ or XZ. Now, is it matching with the given condition YZ or XZ? Absolutely, yes, it is matching. Therefore, I have to consider this one as the answer. Of course, I did not check the remaining three because I got the answer. Therefore, I need not check the other values. But still, if you'd like to take, you can check it. Next one is sin x. Already, sin x, I checked what is sin x, and I see that YZ or XZ, is it matching with this one? Means no, it is not matching. So I can strike out this one. And next, tan x, you can compute this one. So let me take tan SOHCAHTOA, TOA. Therefore, let me write that tan x equals to opposite side to X over adjacent side to X. Now, what is opposite side to X means? I see that X is here and opposite is YZ. Over adjacent side to X means other than hypotenuse, we have to take the other side. Therefore, here that is XY. YZ over XY. Now, is this matching with the tan means XY over ZY? No. Therefore, not even this one. By the way, we got the correct answer. So further, I'm not investigating whether is this correct or not. If you want to, you can continue working on this. Okay.